Hi, Jason from Ellerium Games, back again with another board game review for you people out there in the world. Today we're going to review Off the Rails. Off the Rails is a lovely 1 to 4 player game by Andrew Platt. It is distributed by Rotten Tomatoes. I first saw this game on just browsing the internet looking for cool games and found this one. I then went to UK Games Expo this year, 2018, and I met up with Andrew and got a quick demo. I then picked up a copy. I've played it quite a few times now with my playgroup. And it is a very fun game. It's very quick and fun. So let's open the box and show you what's inside. Okay, so before I have a look at the box, check this out. This is really nice artwork on the cover, really colourful, really thingy. Even on the back, it just shows the game, and that's one of the things you need to see when buying a game is how it looks, just give you a rough idea. So it's pretty cool. Nice description, shows you the contents, which is even better. So say this is a really nice design box, really notable, and I think it's slightly embossed in the jewels, which is nice. So that's a nice wee touch in the logo. So inside, we have a rule book. Now this rule book is very good. Only 10 pages. Well, it's not even 10 pages. It's technically 9 pages, but it's very well laid out. It explains the game very well. It's very clear how to do things. There was no if, buts, or maybes. The only reason we had to read the rule book again was just double check we're doing it correct. Everything else, as I say, was pretty straightforward. At the back of this book's got the Kickstarter backers just in there, so you know who all backed it. Then there is this lovely board. I'm just going to put this to the side. This board is massive. And it's designed for someone to sit here, 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 and here. I'm having to move this back because we've only got a small field of view, but as you can see, really colourful, really nice, sturdy board. It has zones for both minecarts. It has actions explained here, so it's got it on both sides so both players can see it. It's got a zone for the deposit deck and a zone for the chasm deck. So there you go, so that's the board. We'll just stick it over there out of the way. Then it came with a load of baggies, which is nice. It also came with this cool dice bag, which keeps all of your lovely little gems in. Look at all them. So there's nice colour gems. So you've got diamonds, rubies, and then I can't remember their names. And then you've got, I think it's coal or emeralds. Emeralds, that's it. Emeralds. So there you go. So there's lots of them. There's specific numbers of each so that it makes them, like, diamonds are worth more points, so they're rarer. Reds are worth less points, but there's more of them. So yeah, so there's that. So we'll just slide that over there because we'll need that later. We'll put that over there. Then you've got all these little plastic minecarts. So every player gets 2 of these. Unless you're playing a 1 player, then there's slightly different rules. Each player gets 2 of these, and in each of them you get you got a nice little slot for slotting dice, because I'll explain why shortly. There are black dice and white dice. So white dice, it's easy, not easy to get this box. Boom, 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 boom. So you go. So everyone takes a dice. It won't be like that. It'll be one like that. Everyone will get 1 black dice, 1 green dice, but we'll explain that shortly. Then you have your stockpiles. Now these aren't built when you get them, but what they are is they're little things. You fold over these bits and then you slide this in here. Now you can either slide it like that so it shows stockpile for your opponent, but we do it so it shows the colour on the front so you know who's who. Just like that. And it sits like that. And then what it shows you inside is it shows you what each one's worth, so as you go through the game you can keep track of your points. Then you have mission cards. Mission cards are communal cards that you can use to score objectives. We'll explain them a bit further as I keep them. There are then the jewel deposit cards and the chasm card. I'll explain. Chasm card looks like that. So there's them, nicely colourful. So one thing I noticed about this game is very colourful and very bright, and it's just happy game, you know what I mean? This is the Kickstarter exclusive thing that we got, a promo that we got from Andrew. It's just like an extra bonus card and some golden gems to add into the game. And then you have all the little chasm tokens. They're colourful. We'll pull them out and show them off a wee bit more once we're doing gameplay. Then this is the part that's the most of. There are lots and lots. In fact, I'm just not going to pull them all out, but there you see, there's them all there. But what they are is these are the rail tracks. So they're double-sided, corners and straights on one, and then on the back of straights is T-junctions, the back of the corner is cross-sections. And the reason is, when you're playing, you can upgrade them to be different. So, yeah. And as you can see, it's got nice inserts. So you put your, well, I put the mines in there, put your cards, and then your dice, and it sits in nicely, and then you can get all your tokens in there. So yeah, there we go. What we'll do is we'll set up and show you how to play. So, as you can see, we've got lots of bits and pieces to sort out. So we're going to show you how to set this game up first, because that's the part that's going to get you going and get you playing. So, first thing to do is give each player... no, actually, don't give each player. That's a lie. What you do is you set this deck up, sorry. So what you do is you take each colour individually, you shuffle them up, you give them a nice good shuffle, and you're going to lay them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one goes away. It stays out of the game. So you've got 7 Then you take the next color, which is green, and you shuffle it up. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that one goes out. Then you've got the blue one, you shuffle it up, and we're just going to quickly go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that upside down card jumping in there. And then finally you got the yellow one, you're going to go and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you've got your 7 piles, you're going to shuffle the first 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. You're going to shuffle the first 5. But what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle this special card Chasm into the 4th deck. So you will take each deck, shuffle them. In fact, you can actually do it back. You do it in reverse, it'll be easier for you. Oh, hang on, let's go there. So you do the 5th one, shuffle it, you place it in the deposit deck. You do the 4th one, you shuffle it, and then you place it in the deposit deck. And you do the 3rd one, shuffle. Put it there. Then you do this one. This is taking some time. Shuffle that one, stick it on top. And then the first one you shuffle and you put on top. Now, what you have here is that. So then you take the 6th pile, and this is your deposits. So what you're going to do is you reveal it. Now, each one has a colour, a number, and a number of gems. So this says yellow in zone 3, which as you look here, go 3, and then it says you need to put 2. So you take the bag, shake it up, you deep in, reach in deep, so you need 2 random gems, and you go 1, 2, so there's 1, 2, you put it like that. You stick them on the board, so then that goes away. Then the next one, you reveal that, shake it up, 3 again, alright, just coincidence. That goes away, the next one, shake it up. Oh, okay, this is just pure coincidence, but okay. And finally, 8, so there you go, 8 red, 3, so I need to get 3 gems, 1, 2, 3, okay, so there you go. That's that. Then this deck here, this is the 7th pile. This is going to be left. It's just going to get stuck right there like that. This is a Chasm deck. Now you can, if you want, stick the Chasm tokens on it for starting. It's up to yourself, but that's what I'll do. Then now you've done that, you then decide on the youngest player or the least experienced player to go first. And what they do is they pick themselves a mind color. In this example, we're going to say myself, green. So I get my 2 green. You get 2 dice, 1 black, 1 red. They sit in your dice. Stick them to 3 to start, because the dice will always be on 3 when the minecarts start on the track. And then there's red. We're going to use 1 red just to sort of an example. Oh, that slid off. So now that's happened. What happens is in a 2-player game, the second player must use a clan color from the opposite side of the board, so across. But a 4-player game, you just pick as you go around. You can either do randomly, or we do where we sit in, basically. We just sit at the table, and then one person picks, and then everybody else goes. Everyone just sits where they're. Sorry. We do it so that everyone just sits at their colour, whatever on the table. I know it's not the right rules, but it's just easiest and speed to set up. Once you've done that, the player to the left of the player who chose first takes the first turn, and the play will travel clockwise. And that's that. So that's a game. So that's setup. Setup is now done. Oh, sorry, except for mission cards. Shuffle up mission cards. You lay the number of players equal, and I'm going to forget this, equal to the number of players. Is it for each player? Yeah. So in a 4-player, it'll be 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these cards have objectives. So there we go. Leave this stuff in view, not view, in easy access, and then the dice bag as well. Cape Seed dice bag, gem bag, or jewel bag. So on your turn, you have 4 actions. Your actions are place a minecart on the track, increase the speed of the mine or decrease the speed of the minecart by upping the number on the dice. Now each action costs you 1 pip on a dice. So if you want to go from a 3 to a 4, it costs you 1 action. The next action is to place a new rail. So you place it, the rail must connect to an existing rail, like that. On here, they can't be placed in here. These are empty squares basically. So yeah, so you place 1, so there's 1, and you place 2, 3, and then let's decrease that by 1 to 2. So that's 4 actions I've taken. So the first action was to place a track, second action place track, third one was to place my minecart on, and then the 4th one was to reduce the speed. Now the reason you reduce the speed is at the end of your action phase, your minecart will move, and it will move the number of pips on the number of squares. So in this instance it's 2, so it goes 1, 2. As you see, it's moved forward. Now if I'd left it on 3, it would have gone 1, 2, and then it would have derailed, which means it comes off the board, and any gems that were with it are lost. So that's that. Once you've, one of the other actions you can do, which we've not talked about, is you can upgrade the track, which is to upgrade a straight to a T section, and upgrade a corner, upgrade a T section to a cross section. So one thing to note, you cannot change, you cannot upgrade a straight to a corner, and you cannot upgrade a corner to a straight. You can upgrade a straight or a corner to a T-junction, and then you can upgrade only a T-junction to a cross section. So it stops basically people being total douches. That's that. You've got your communal objectives over here as the game goes on. Once you've done your objectives, your actions, you have one final phase, which is to do the deposit. So you flip a card over, it tells you 1 red, 2, so you go like this, and you go 1, 2. So I'll just put my mine card here where it was. So there you go. Now, play passes to the next player, which is going to go here. So red's going to try and get those jewels because he wants them. So red's going to go 1, 2, 3 actions, and his 4th action will be to put his minecart on. So his minecart will go 1, 2, 3, and then he'll reveal jewels. Oh, cheating oil. That one there. These get discarded by the way once played. So that's 7 with 3. So we'll stick that aside. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now there's a black one. We'll get to that in a minute. So green's turn. Say it goes back to green. Blue and yellow have gone. It's green's turn again. So green's going to go. He's going to attach that there. 1, 2, and he's going to go 3. Now, his 4th action is going to increase the speed by 1, so he's on 3, as you can see. And he's now going to take on to the minecart phase. So it goes 1, 2. Now, as you move over 1, you may pick up 1 gem. So as you see, you pick up 1 gem and put it into the color-coded cart. So it goes 1 and then 2, and he finishes on his final move here. Now, if you land on a square, you finish off on a square, you can pick 2 of the gems. So you pick the 2 red ones, they go in. Now, one thing to note, if there was a black one of your picks must be the black one first, then you can pick either color. So as you can see, that would be the case. I'd have to take that one's, but because the black one's over here, I don't have to worry. So pick these up, stick them in here. Now, the game will progress. The game will progress, and situations that can arise are things like bumping. So I'm going to quickly set up a scenario here. So let's say this is the player. Red player's done this. Red player has also upgraded this to a T section. Right. So it's red player's turn. He now goes to the move card phase. He goes 1, 2, bump. Now he's going to bump this player. Now this is the competitive version. There's a friendlier version I'll explain in a minute. Now what happens is a bump happens. Both cards are turned away from each other, and the card that was hit is called the opposing card. He then takes the gems in his card. He hides them from his opponent. He puts them into, it must be even, but obviously there's 3, so you can't do even. Say example that, right? He mixes them up, and he doesn't tell the opponent picks a hand, reveals. Whatever the opponent picks gets dropped on the spot. So they're dropped in the zone, and that's that. So there you go. So that's called a collision. A derailment is if you fall off and all the gems are then thrown back in the bag. The cards are then opposite facing, so they must go that way in the next turn. What else is there? There is a situation that can arise where they're like that. If that happens, he just bumps and turns around. He doesn't actually derail or cause any gems to be dropped. So there you go. One other thing to note, I'm just going to move this out of the way, is once you've got, we're just going to cheat a little, once you've got a train, or a minecart, sorry, with gems, the plan is to get him off any edge of the board. It doesn't matter what edge he goes off, as long as he gets to one of these zones. These then get taken, these lovely little gems are then put in your stockpile. You just stick them there, and obviously it's hidden from your opponent. Your opponent cannot see until the end of the game. The reason is, player with the most reds gets an extra 5 points, and then obviously regarding these as well. These can be claimed once per turn, so you cannot complete more than 1 in a turn, and you can only complete 1 at a turn, as I say, so you can go out and get this one. They read on them as what you can do to complete these objectives, and that's that. So when a minecart comes off, it's off, and all you do is use an action to put them back on at a number, and it's always speed 3. The game continues, blah blah, so I'm just going to quickly throw some track on the board. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be back with you. So I've quickly set up the scenario to show you. So as the game goes on, you're going to keep revealing these at the end of every person's turn. Boom, 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 and you're going to keep going until you reveal he's in here somewhere. The little chasm fella. I flipped him over the wrong way. So the chasm one. When you reveal this guy, player one, the player that reveals it puts it in front of them, and they hold it in front of them. This deck will be then done at that point. The player then reveals it, sticks it in front of them, and play continues clockwise until it gets back to the chasm player. When it is the chasm player's turn, he does his 4 actions, but at the end of his turn, instead of revealing the deposit, he reveals a chasm. So he goes like this, boom. Now he starts with the yellow one. So the yellow card is revealed, he gets a yellow chasm token, and he puts it on yellow 7, so it goes there. Now what happens is that is now a dead zone. Nobody can go in there. So this car is basically going to derail because of it. So that's then removed from the game. And it keeps going until all 4 of these chasm tokens are revealed, because each person will reveal one in their turn. So 3 red, 2 green, which obviously I've not got enough track on there because we're just doing a quick example, and 4 on blue. Now, that's that. So that's the end of that. But now, what happens is continue plays as normal. You keep going, and at the end of your turn, instead of drawing a deposit deck or a chasm, you draw a chasm token at random, and you reveal it, yellow. Now, you can place it orthogonally next to another thing. One thing you can do is you can place it under a mine, so you can crash somebody else's mine. So you'd be a total douche, and you can basically drop their mine out. So if you did that, mine cart. So you drop their, what did I say?
Mine.
Oh, okay. You drop their mine cart out, and it comes out, and all the jewels are lost. So yeah, you can do that, but remember, it must always be orthogonally. So, and it cannot go in this zone here. So you're always constantly trying to, and as you can see, you're constantly trying to just collapse the mine, and it keeps going and going and going. And what happens is the game ends when all minecarts are off the board, or all chasm tokens have been put on the board. And that's that. And then at the end of the game, you reveal all your gems from inside basically your stockpile, you reveal your gems, and you score. So I'm just going to pop this off so you can see it better. So you would get 1 point for each red gem. You get 2 points for each green gem. You have no gold or diamonds, so you don't get anything for them. And then you also get a bonus 5 points for each of the person with the most red. Then you also add on the point value from any bonus objectives you've grabbed throughout the game. And that's really it. And the game gets really fun because what happens is when you get to this scenario, the chasm, people just start douching each other over. I mean, or at least in our game group we do, because we're pretty wicked at each other. One of the things to note is there is a solo variant, which I haven't played yet, unfortunately, I've not time. There is also a friendly variant for the bump action, so when you bump like this, you don't cause the other person to drop mines. That's more of a family friendly, so it's not as aggressive. And yeah, this adds a little bit extra competitiveness. You can play it without these. We've done that a few times now, playing it without the objectives, which gives a nice, easy feel. But you can basically ramp the game up, and that's really it. Yeah, it's really simple. It's simple enough once you get to play it. It says 60 to 90 minutes on the box, but yeah, your first playthrough will be. But anyway, that's how you play Off the Rails. So that was Off the Rails from Andrew Platt, distributed by Rotten Tomatoes. It is not available at the moment because they have no stock left, but you can contact them to be on their wish list, although I do believe he has some copies available at Essen 2018 this year, which is only a couple of weeks away. Check out their stand, and if you can, get a play of it. It's so good, so fun. It says 60 to 90 minutes in the box. It really isn't. We play it in 25 to 30 minutes max. We played it on Monday before we played another game, and we just fired through it, no bother. I believe I won that one. No, it wasn't. It was my mate, actually. He took it out. We didn't suspect him. He grabbed loads of diamonds, so he took the win on that one. But yeah, it's really good, really quick. Family friendly as well, as you say. You can change the rules to be, in the book as it shows you, to be less aggressive, so you just bump and face the opposite way. You don't lose jewels and stuff. But I've not played the solo variant, which I will give a shot at some point. It is not available at retail, unfortunately, but don't be afraid to email them and ask, because I'm sure as soon as it's available they'll set it out. I know Meeple's Corner has it on pre-order for £25, so I reckon it's going to be the £25-30 mark, which is worth every penny. There's so much variance. It is just a great little game. I'm glad I picked this up. I've played it a lot of times, and we found some great fun with it. So that's Off the Rails. I highly recommend it. Until next time, catch you later.